Good morning, all, depending when you're watching this. Good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, I had a voice for radio. So today, I am here to share some very exciting news with you about the way reprints are going to be treated in the Pokémon trading card game. So when I talk about reprints, I mean a card that is printed more than once. Now, if you look at Yveltal EX, for instance, it was originally released in the X and Y expansion. It was then released as a promo card, and a fair bit later was released as a shiny promo card. Shiny version of Yveltal. All of the cards are shiny, as they were EX cards. Now this is very important because of the rotation. Every year after the World Championships in August, we have a rotation and certain sets are no longer legal for tournament play. So if we go back to Yveltal, X and Y has rotated out. This version is no longer legal for tournament play. This promo has rotated out, it's no longer legal for tournament play. But because of this promo, which is exactly the same as the other two, then Yveltal EX is legal for tournament play. And as long as the cards are the same, artwork notwithstanding, if one of them's legal, all of them are legal. So Yveltal EX should have rotated out a couple of years ago, but it has been saved by what I like to refer to as the bacon promo. Well, no more, ladies and gentlemen, because these are numbered promo cards. And now Pokemon are going to release them as alternate art. So now any promo card which is a re-release of a card is just going to have the exact same set number but with an alternate. So this new full art Jolteon EX is going to be printed soon, but it will only remain in the format as long as Generations does, because the original Jolteon EX was from Generations. Whereas this Lucario, which is also beautiful, is never going to be legal in the standard format, because Lucario EX was released in Furious Fists. Furious Fists has already rotated out of the standard format, so that means that this Lucario will be legal in Expanded, which is black and white on rather than Primal Clash on, but is already rotated out of standard. And this is going to have a big effect on the game, because like I said, it used to be that when a new promo was released, we could look forward to, up to, in the case of Yveltal EX, a couple more years worth of using the card. But now, that will no longer be the case. If you want a really extreme example, how about Mew EX? It was released in Dragons Exalted. It rotated out. It was out of the format for ages, but then this version was released in a fancy promotional set, and after being rotated out for a while, it was brought back into the format and still remains in the format now. It's not like Yveltal EX that kept being extended. This rotated out, stayed away, and then came back. Now, one of the things that we thought might be happening was like happened with Mega Sharpedo and Mega Camerupt. Now, to be clear, these are new cards. These are not reprints, but they were given X and Y promo numbers. So one of the things we were thinking Pokemon might do is release some of these alternate art cards with X and Y promo numbers so that they would rotate out faster. But this makes no real sense. At the moment, we are in the Sun and Moon block, which means the sets we are having released are related to the Sun and Moon games. Of course, you turn on a telly, Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. You go into a shop to buy a Pokemon game, it's Pokemon Sun and Moon, so why would we not want the Sun and Moon trading card game sets? It makes no sense to have X and Y promo cards released when we're in the middle of the Sun and Moon party. So I like that they're not doing that. Alternate art prints make sense. But there is one very, very important thing to note here. If the reprint happens in a set, the rules are the same. Best example of this, Versus Seeker. Versus Seeker was originally printed in Phantom Forces, which is older than Primal Clash, so Phantom Forces is not legal for tournament play. But the Secret Rare Versus Seeker was released in Roaring Skies, which is later than Primal Clash and still legal for tournament play. And as I said before, because the Secret Rare is legal and the regular is identical, they're both legal. The difference here is simple. Versus Seeker was released in an actual set with a new numbering from Roaring Skies, whereas the new Lucario is being released as the Furious Fist Lucario with an A after its name, so it's an alternate art print. I love this. I think it is eminently sensible. It's less confusing, and it means that new prints can be released without ruining the game. Like this beautiful Shaman. We all want this Shaman, the artwork is stunning. But a lot of us don't want Shaman to be in the format for another 2 or 3 years just to have the extra fancy artwork. Well, now that's not going to be the case. If this Shaman is released, it will be given the Shaman numbering with an A for alternate art, and we are good to go. I love it. This is eminently sensible. So to recap, new prints of old cards that are released as promos are going to be given the numbering of the original card and will rotate out at the same time as the original card. But any cards which are reprinted as part of an actual set will have that set's numbering, and it will increase the time for which it is legal for standard tournament play. So if there's a card you particularly like that you want to be kept legal, you'd better hope it gets reprinted in an actual set. Give you one more example. This Wobbuffet rotated out. Oh no, wait, it didn't, because of this reprint in Generations. Now, you know the deal, ladies and gentlemen. There is a comment section. Tell me what you think about this news. Tell me about any cards that you think should be kept in the format with a reprint in a set. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you follow me on Twitter at the Wassy. These videos about new rule changes have proven popular in the past, so let me know if you want me to keep doing them. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.